Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So real quick, I want to jump into this here lesson, which was pretty much triggered by, the events that's going on right now. So I put up a video the other day, which was immediately taken down and everything like that, like immediately taken down, all right? But nevertheless, this is, conversing with another brother or whatever, whatnot. Hey, man, giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man, for speeding up these things, because the things that was said in the video is nothing new. In fact, like I said, well, you hadn't seen the video, but nevertheless, the video was inspired by another brother's text message, so on and so forth, about how these movies talk about this here technology going into the mark of the beast, right? So I wound up showcasing certain things or whatever, whatnot, in a video, which it was a video I had done years back on my other channel, whatever, whatnot, But nevertheless, but because of the times that we're in and they're actually speaking right now, all right, this is what made it so bad, right? So, matter of fact, give me 1 second. All right, we're going to use this here app instead. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. All right. And how are we going to measure these times? According to prophecy. All right. When thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. And so going into these things, let me jump down to verse 4. It says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things which were things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right. So going back and looking at these prophecies, right? The Most High spoke about these things, but nevertheless, measuring the time diligently, Habakkuk 2 and 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. All right. But at the end it shall speak. Like I said, I had done a video on the same topic, which I'll show you the video I showcased off of this. All right. Maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, But nevertheless, in that video it's still up on my main page and everything like that, pretty much going into the same thing. But now that the prophecies are speaking, this is the time, the appointed time for these prophecies. All right. Now they don't, they're trying to not blow their so-called cover, more or less to say. All right. But I'll read that again. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry. All right. So real quick. So here's the situation, right? So it says, Reloaded. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates the community guidelines. We've removed the following content for your video. The mark of the beast system has been in the making, and part of this is somewhat my fault, not because of any language or anything like that was said, but I normally title my videos with so-called boring titles, to the normal masses of people. I'll just take a scripture and, one of the scriptures that I read, and I'll put that as the title, And, this for me is a weeding out process. I don't want to have no super entertaining title just to get people. Hey, I only want the true, sincere Akim to be watching my videos. I could title my videos, oh, Edomite gets the shit slapped out of him and then get 1 billion views, But nevertheless, I normally title my videos with a scripture. But nevertheless, it says, let me just read how this is what it says. It says, how your content violated the policy. YouTube doesn't allow claims about COVID-19 vaccinations that contradict expert consensus from local health authorities or World Health Organization, right? So the problem was because, talking about certain things dealing with this, right? But nevertheless, we never said that the COVID-19 vaccine is the mark of the beast or anything like that. But nevertheless, hey, obviously, how the scripture just said, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. We've been talking about the mark of the beast. GMS is one of the main camps, really the only camp that's talking about the RFID chip being the mark of the beast and things like that, and showing you how these things are speaking now, all right, as everything is being played out right now, right? But because it's true, sometimes when you be speaking about certain things, you could be a comedian and telling jokes about certain things, and then if it's just a general scenario or whatever, whatnot, most people just laugh at it. But if it's something that, maybe it's a secret you're trying to hide about certain things, whatever, whatnot, and somebody just not unknowingly, just joking about certain things, you feel all uptight about something, that's because why? You cut. That what you was doing or whatever, whatnot, and this person who was saying whatever they were saying, they might not know directly that you was into this or doing that or whatever, whatnot, but you cut. And so now you're going to feel some type of way about it, right? So nevertheless, this is what was going on. But let me pull some things up on YouTube. All right, so in that video, all right, I wound up, so at the top, I typed in Agenda 2045, right? Like I said, I did a video on this years back or whatever, whatnot. But this here video at the top, 2045, a new era for humanity. You know, search this out, watch this here video. It's all self-explanatory, right? I'm not going to play the video, not going to go into it. They didn't even strike me down for playing this here video in the video or anything like that. It was just, basically, they was cut to the fullest. Now, also, I also have two different channels, which these damn devils had hit me with two back-to-back strikes. You know, once with one ended and hit me with another one, all right, on my other channel. But nevertheless, we'll start uploading on that channel for a while, you know what I'm saying, because they're kind of hot on this here channel right now. So to get to this here channel, all right, if you don't already have it, which you should have all these things, this is what this here lesson is going into, all right. But nevertheless, we're gonna I'm gonna show you, in Lord's will, I'll put a link inside the description how to get to this here channel, all right. So, but I'll show you how to get there through the search, all right. So I type in Dawada period. Right, go to search. Really not gonna find me there, right? Click over here in the far right corner and go to type channel, right? Apply, right? The very top one, or it might not be the top one on yours, but nevertheless, both of these channels, number one and number two, they're both my channels, right? So click on the top channel, you know, subscribe to both channels, you know what I'm saying? And you'll get the notification of wherever I upload. I might give this channel a rest for a while and go back to the other channel to this here stuff dies down, and then, you know, because we don't want to lose the sheep, you know. But nevertheless, this here top channel is mine and the second channel is mine. Dawa with a period at the end, all right? Then go to channels or type channels and so on and so forth, all right? So let's get back to the scripture. Now, the point of me bringing this here lesson out was because, you know, again, I was speaking to another one of the brothers and was telling him about the scenario, you know, and I was pretty much in a rejoicing spirit, you know, because it's like, yo, man, these are signs and times, because, and I've done plenty of videos on the mark of the beast, what it is, going into it, how they're going to implement it, the stages of how they're going to push all these things and so on and so forth. You know, not just me, all of the brothers, you know, especially here at Great Millstone. This is one of the things that we majorly go into, right? So it's not like we came out with nothing new, but nevertheless, because it's those times right now, you know, they're trying to push their agenda, these things are coming forth, you know. And so this is, you know, going out to the brothers that's out there that's watching and whatever, whatnot, you know, how do I say, put you in a spirit that, hey, man, the doors of salvation is closing. You know, the time for your information and, you know, it's like a restaurant. You know, you out here balling out, whatever, whatnot. And so you feel like a celebrity. Oh, everything gonna wait for me, this and that. Yeah, after we get done over here, we're gonna go over to this here restaurant. We're gonna eat, blah, 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 blah. You got this big party with you. Ah, shit, everything good. You taking your time and everything like that. Lo and behold, you finally go to the restaurant. You know, you had a 7:30 dinner reservation, but now you go into the restaurant. Here it is, 9:30. You're trying to get in with a party at 20 and they close at 10 o'clock. Oh, just because I'm me. No, bro. Hey, man, you came too late. Your party's too big. You know what I'm saying? You should have came earlier. Y'all gonna have to go find somewhere else to eat, man. You know, you're gonna have to go out to that McDonald's. And you know that McDonald's ain't healthy for you. You're probably gonna get sick and, you know, it's not gonna fill you up. You know what I'm saying? And this is the position that, you know, Lord's will, you know, really none of the sincere brothers is gonna fall into this situation. The Lord has it set up different. But nevertheless, you need to make your calling and your election sure, man. All right? So this is Amos chapter 8, and this is pretty much what the brother was saying, you know, in response. Hey, that famine of the word is coming, you know. And it's also something that, you know, we normally harp on these things all the time, but hey, call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, Lord's will, they just strike down all of our channels and just completely cut us off, man. Because we hasten the day that the Lord is going to return, man. All right, but this is really a good sign because we're getting closer to those times, right? Amos 8 and 11, it says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land. All right, normally a famine is speaking of a shortage of food, right? You know what I'm saying? And it says, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. So food is a sustainability situation, right? You know, like a baby or whatever, whatnot, you get your nutrition and everything like that. You know, even, you know, regular age human beings, you know, you gotta have food and you gotta have water, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know, this is going into what the word, right? All right, like the scriptures say, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High, right? So just like how food nourishes you up and sustains you, all right, this here word, what is that? Isaiah 33 and 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So now let me reword this just a little bit to give you a little better understanding of something. Give me 1 second. So let me reword this a little bit, right? Just to give you a better understanding of, you know, the comparison of this here bread of the famine, you know. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, right? So now it says, let's reword it. You know, bread and water shall be the stability of that time, right? You got to eat and drink, you know what I'm saying, to survive out here, or else you're going to, what, starve to death, right? But this is talking about spiritually, all right? And really physically, because why? If you don't have this here truth, man, all right, you go and take that RFID chip, no matter how much food you got, your ass is going to wind up dying, catching the missile, you know, if you make it all the way out, right? So wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of that time. Where are you going to get this here wisdom and knowledge at, all right? And these here, the scriptures, you know, the fear of the Most High. We can grab that. I don't want to make this lesson too long. Proverbs 1. I mean, we could really get all of this. Let me see. Let me just read verse 5. Proverbs 1 and 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain to wise counsel. All right. So, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You know, but going into these things, you know, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our times. This is what's going to hold you up in these days, man. All right. So going back to Amos, all right, 8 and 11, it says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor of thirst, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. All right. So, hey, you want to make sure you're able to sustain yourself in these times, man. Make sure you're going to be able to have that spiritual food to go on, man. Because the scriptures say in Matthew 24 and verse, 13? Yep. But he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved, right? And how are you going to be able to endure? Now, I'm making a comparison here of carnal things versus spiritual things, you know, in which the spiritual things play out as physical things, you know, but the carnal things would be just like, yo, regularly eating your food and stuff, right? How you going to make it to, you know, let's just say 10 years from now, if you ain't eat, you know, you say, oh, I'm going to fast for the next 10 years, bro, you're not going to make it for 10 years, bro. Your body's going to wind up breaking down. All right. So in the same like manner, all right, with these here words is coming out, the prophecies, the uplifting, and how do the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. How you going to wind up sustaining yourself if you don't have these here words embedded inside of you, man? This is why the door of salvation is open unto you right now. Like they say in, what is that? Second Ezra, Second Ezra chapter 9, I believe, where it says, when they yet had liberty, they despised it, you know, but the same shall know it after death by pain. All right, you despising this here meal, man. You despising this here food right now. So when trouble and tribulation come, you're not gonna know what to do, man. All right, let's just imagine that they just shut down all of our channels and so on and so forth, you know, and then a month or 2 months later, they start implementing the mark of the beast, and you don't know what it is. You got all this confusion. You thinking it's a picture of Jesus, who they call Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, the Edomite dude or Christianity and things like that, man. And you go get this here chip, but you so-called not gonna deny this Edomite or whatever, whatnot. You think you safe, man. All right, you gonna wind up dying, man. That's just like you going out there and trying to, you know, you starving, but you eating a whole bunch of poisonous berries and shit. You're like, yeah, well, you ate, but you didn't eat the right shit. You ate something that was gonna kill you, man. All right. So now let's go back to the book of Amos. All right, Amos 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. All right. And they shall, and really, you know, we know that they're going to eventually cut us off from YouTube. And no, I'm not saying, oh, they about to shut down all the brothers' channels and this and that. No, but just look at the topics and how fast they took this damn video down. I don't believe nobody was able to view this video. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one brother, but I doubt, I ain't even gonna say I doubt that this brother didn't report my video. I know for a fact this brother didn't report me. That come on now. So what's really going on, man? This is a hot topic for these Edomites right now. So they, oh shit, we can't be having this go out while we're trying to push this agenda. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath. Why? Because he knows he have but a short time, man. Oh shit, we trying to implement this right now, and so on and so forth, man. So hey, he's almost in the fullness of his sufficiency. This is why you seeing these birth pains coming closer and closer and closer, man. Are you seeing that these times are getting, the times of these prophecies are speeding up faster and faster and faster, man? All right, so it's important for you to sit here and get this here meal while you can. Continuing on, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it. And that day shall their fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst. All right, and these are the so-called, how you would say so-called, in a carnal sense, healthy people versus the old people, because, hey, an elderly person will probably starve faster than you know, a younger person who has a little bit more I forgot how they call it, like dexterity or whatever you want to call it. You know, their body can sustain these things a little more. But nevertheless, you think, oh, I know this, I know that, I'm built up with this, I know that, or I know how to find the truth, or I can always get this or that. But then at the end all be all, you wind up you know, you wind up getting caught out there, you know. Verse let me read that again. Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and they shall not find us. And the young men faint for thirst. Why? Because they're going to be spiritually dehydrated. They're going to be looking for this here truth. Oh, shit, they got the RFID chip, or what is this going on, so on. So we don't know what to do. Because why? Because they wasn't getting that meal when the door of salvation was open unto them, But nevertheless, amen, the doors are open right now. Get this while you can. Don't take this for granted, all right? Because it's just like a test, man. You don't want to wait until the morning of the test to try to cram all this here information in and get this all before you take the test, man. All right, all that time you done spent in college or whatever, whatnot, it's all based upon this here test, man. You ain't spend all that there money and have all that time to be studying this and that to flunk to the last test, All right, so Lord will, the elect was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakak Kodash, double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And citation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong, Shalom.